Alright, good morning everybody. How are we doing? This is Ezra, the RM King Trader, and you're welcome to Minute FX. I would like you to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so that you can get notified when new videos are posted on this channel. The last video I posted was on demand and supply zones. That was based on demand, and I was also demanded to make a videos on entry. So this one will just be basically on entry and how to enter from our demand and supply zones. Now I know about two entries, basically the aggressive ones and the conservative ones. The aggressive ones does not need confirmation, they enter the trade, but the conservative one use lower time frame confirmations to take their trades. So I'm going to be explaining basically the conservative part and the aggressive part. First of all, you need to mark your zones, demand supply zones, depending on the trend of the market, whether the market is buying or the market is selling. If the market is selling, you look for supply zones. If the market is buying, you look for demand zones. Now, on the screen, you can see this C300 trade idea. I took this trade, hit TP just recently, and then I'll show you how I took this trade. First, I took this trade aggressively. As soon as price got to my demand zone, there was something I used, and then I took this trade straight ahead. But then, for those that needed confirmation entry, now, like in the last video, I told us, mark your structure. This was the low. Yeah, the low. Then this is the high. I mean, the low I just marked is the previous low, the one that was broken. So this is the new high that was created, the new high that caused the new low to be created. So this is the last low. Okay, so I'm coming. All right. So this is the last low. All right. So now low. And this is high. So like I said in the first video I made on demand and supply zones, before I pick my demand and supply zones, what I look for is where did the impulsive move start from. This is the impulsive leg, so it started from here. Where is the order block, the last bullish candle before the sell move? This is it, so I marked it straight up. So when price gets here, what I'll be looking for is a lower time frame confirmation on maybe M30. So basically I use M30 for, proper entry on this kind of trade. Now, what did I see? Now, I already marked this low for price to break it. So now what happened is price came below it, got cleared. So I put my fib. Let me see. Okay, let me see the zones that might be valid. Now, okay, so zones above 50% are very valid for me. All right, this zone was the one above 50 and the one above, so I'll mark it. So this zone was good for me. So these ones are not relevant, so I'm not taking them. So what I will do now is I'll wait for price to either come to this zone or that zone, then I'll take my trade. So this, I will take my trade from here and then add 5 pips to my stop loss so that in case price want to really, take liquidity on this asset, it will not stop me out. So then I will follow the drop. So price has been dropping since the break of structure on lower time frame, and then we got our entry and we start selling. Okay, what if price goes above here? If price goes above here, you would have been targeting this last bullish candle for a supply zone. Now, for some of you that like confirmation inside confirmation, you might have gone to maybe 1 minute or 5 minutes for this trade. Let me see, 5 minutes. you should see what price prints on 5 minutes around here. All right, I hope you can see this. Very important. There's no oh, sorry, please. I want us to be able to see it very well. All right. Okay, so price broke structure here. Within that supply zone on M30 is the same thing over and over. So you wait for price to come to this move. At this point, this is where the other block is. Let me put it here. Price got there and then started selling. For me, on this time frame, this is what I will use for my other block. This series of candles that form on 5 minutes, then I would have been selling. So just the same thing over and over. BOS around my M30 zone on 5 minutes gave me this good entry, and then I would have been in the sell for that long. So there was nothing special in getting trade confirmation. Is not bad. It's very important. Some trade aggressively, some try to get confirmation on lower time frame before they take their trades. All of it are good. None is bad. So this is that about this. So this is just confirmation of your entry on M30. You confirmed. You want to confirm that the M30 zone is going to hold. You go to 5 minutes, wait for a break of structure and retest, and then start selling. Very good sniper. You start selling to the downside. Now let me go to another asset to show you. Let me see whether it's B300 or so. I had a trade on that too. I don't know whether I've deleted it. So just ensure that you take more time as possible on studying these things. There are things that are supposed to be studied. Wow. Network. Sorry about that. I'm working on the network now, so we should be back in a minute. All right. All right. Okay, I'm trying to share my screen. All right. So thank you. Welcome back. All right. This is B300. Now, I will go back to crash 1000 or so that you can be able to understand what I do here. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, first of all, I mark my demand zone, supply zone. Supply zone, that's for sale on H4. This was the supply zone I marked. I marked this and I wait for price to come into it. Price traded into it, and then I went to M30 to make confirmations. That's break of structure and retest on M30. Very simple. Now this was when price first touched the supply zone, and this was a low prior to that time. Sorry, let me mark it appropriately. So for me to confirm that this sell is going to really sell, I need price to break below here on M30 after touching my demand zone. So I need that BOS to confirm that price is going to, move to the downside. So price came all the way down, broke structure, went back up to retest a supply zone around here. So price retested it, and since then it has been selling off. The same process over and over. This one, for now, don't try to imitate it yet unless you understand what I'm talking about. Now let me quickly show you that one too. Maybe in short, price broke price to the downside. So I was waiting for price to come and retest a zone, a supply zone here. Now this thing repeats itself over and over. This was the high, this is the new low. The previous low that was broken, this is the new low here, sorry. Alright, so this was the new low. So I'm expecting a retracement to this supply zone and a sell down. Now this is M30. We can go to M5 to confirm if this trade is going to hold. So let's go to M5. The same thing over and over, guys. Same thing over and over. No stress. No stress. All right. So this was the demand. You see, break of structure here. Very simple. No stress. This was where price broke structure on M5. So I'm trying to make us see it. All right. So price broke structure here. Your entry was supposed to be here, straight ahead, and then price started falling down. So it's the same thing over and over. Mark your zones and then wait for confirmation on lower time frame. I think that's just the basic stuff. So let me go to C500. Is it? Yeah, C500. I have been, I think I've been buying C500 for 2 days. For those of you that are interested in trading forex, I have a forex community. The link will be in the description below. So please try as much as possible to take advantage of it. So thank you. All right. I don't know what is wrong with network tonight, but this is serious. Network has gone off again. All right, so don't disturb yourself. It's the same thing over and over. Don't stress yourself. I'm making this available online, explanatory, so that you can be able to understand what we do here, so that you can be able to understand what we do in this place. So this is how I trade. This is sorry, I'm having a bit of an issue here. Okay, I think I will stop here. My network is very bad. My network is very bad. Okay, I think I'm back. All right, let me quickly talk about B500 so that we'll go. All right, going back to B500. No, C500. Sorry. All right. Let's see what we have there. Okay. So this is what we have there. Now I've explained this. I marked this demand zone for a buy. I just marked it. Now, since this is, I think this is daily time frame. So let's go to H1. Let's see what is happening on H1. M30, H1, M30, H1. You can use any one of them to just wait your confirmation. See, there's the BOS here. I think I've explained this yesterday. So this was where I took my trade from, and it's a buy. The same process over and over, and I've been buying from here to all the way here. So, and I'm still holding this price. Let's see what price will do to us around this price zone. So there's nothing basically. I think the last video, let me check VIX75, explaining that again. VIX75. All right, so let me go to H4. I want to show you how I mark my supply and demand zone. All right, on H4 this low was broken. This low was broken. I can see it obviously fine. And there are a lot of, no imbalance, nothing above. I can't see valid good imbalance that I can trade off. So, well, there is no problem. No problem with this asset. So what I did was use your fib. Let's see what price can do. So I put my fib here, measure it down. All right, which zone is above 50%? This is above 50%. This is above 50%, and that is above 50%. But I prefer this because, first of all, let me show you. There was a liquidity sweep around here. I like trading off this candle very well. If I see it, I will trade off it. So that's why I targeted here, and price came there. That's why I targeted for my supply zone. So supply, price came back to this zone, and since then it has been selling. The sale might not be much, although I'm expecting price to come all the way down to this place. But then price might not come down there, but I expect it at least to come and feel this imbalance here before it start going to the upside. So price should come and feel this imbalance, come down, feel the imbalance, or come down and feel this imbalance here. So if you don't understand the concept of imbalance, you can drop a message in the chat box on this YouTube handle so that I can be able to explain a little from my knowledge. So this is what I see. So we're going down. So especially when you mark your supply and demand zone. Now some persons will ask me, how do I take this trade if you don't have much money? So this price had come here. You are supposed to go to M15 or M30, depending on how you trade basically. But me, I will use M15 and M30 to wait for confirmation. So now price had serious moves. It's first, around here, it broke structure. I don't consider that anyway. Although some persons I wouldn't have considered this for certain reasons. Of course, I got this trade straight ahead. So now some persons just saw this break of structure now. This was a more content break of structure here. So like I said, pick your fib from the range high. Some persons use the body of the candle. Me, I use all. I use plus the body and the wick. So very simple. So that's it. So which of the zones are above 50%? You can see many of them. This is the last zone. This was the last zone above 50 that has imbalance. So I will focus here first before I start looking at anything above because of these imbalances. So price can come here and then continue selling. If it breaks here, then we are going to somewhere around here, which I do not trust any zone here. No fair value gap, no liquidity grab, nothing. So I prefer this to all this. So since it's at the premium level, I like what I see there. I will take my chances. So yeah, I think I will stop here. Please like this video and subscribe. Click the notification button, and then if you have any question, you can drop in the chat box in the comment section. If you want me to take any topic in trading, you can drop it in the comment section also, and I'm going to take them. So here, this is where I will stop the class this morning. So cheers and God bless.